Testing on X. Test, test, test. Testing on YouTube. Test, test. YouTube works. Perfect. X works as well. Okay. All right. So, what's going on, guys? Good morning. So, I'm sorry if I'm low today. Let me know if you guys need me to increase my audio. I kind of woke up, you know, the people who were here last night. I kind of woke up with a sore throat. Did not get better. I don't feel sick. I don't know if it's just my allergies that are acting up, but my throat fucking hurts. That's all I know. So if I'm gonna try to talk as much as I can, as much as possible, as much as I need to. For the most part, the pairs that we have turned off already. So pretty much already gold. You know, we spoke about gold entry yesterday. It was beautiful, right? Gold entry was literally given right after an hour and a half right after we did the live session last night. Right? All I was looking for was a break of these highs based on the 15-minute consolidation that we had. Once we had that break of structure, which was confirmed by this green candle, we had the retest. That was the entry. Right? We had the entry, placed our stop loss below the zone, and was straight into profit. Right? Zero drawdown. Right? Exit was based on the 372, 3 days of rise. At this point, whatever price wants to do after this, we let it go. Right? We already know it's beautiful, beautiful entry. Nothing more, nothing less. Um, Based on the other pairs, right? So like ECAD, GCAD, GU, those are also pairs that already kind of made the move for the day. So let's start off with AU. Well, before we start, right? This is the live trading session. We know we have news today at 8 o'clock. 8:30 a.m. we have CPI. So if we don't have an opportunity to enter, you know, by 8:15 in the morning, so in an hour, pretty much an hour and a half, we kind of gotta just stay away from the news, right? I don't trade 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after news. So if we have another opportunity to trade today, we'll take it. If not, then we just gotta wait it out once again and just kind of go with the flow. Um, this week, very weird week, right? We had no high impact news really, except for that 10 a.m. for Jerome Powell speaking, and it was something that, you know, just looking at the news from last week, right? Looking at it from looking at this week's news last week, we're like, oh, it should be a pretty easy day. We should have some just regular volume coming into the market with some regular trades. Um, but we were completely wrong, right? Completely wrong on every single pair. You know, price just consolidated, just moved sideways, didn't really give us clean direction as to where price wanted to go. And that's fine, right? That's the stock market. That's what happens, right? The most we could do is really just, you know, we could anticipate moves, but when it comes to, you know, predicting moves, you know, we don't really know what's gonna happen until we get in front of our charts on that day, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you know, I would have loved to have seen AU work out the way it needed to work out. But at the end of the day, we know that in order for us to take trades, right? Last week I could have said, oh, AU is gonna start going down, but then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday hits, and we're on the charts, and then that's the days that we're like, okay, no, let's change our bias a little bit. We know that eventually it's gonna go down, but based on how market is behaving, based on how price is behaving, we already know this is not going anywhere, right? So let's update AU. Once again, let's do what we do in the beginning of every stream. Let's go over ADR. Let's go over STP. Right, so 40 pips is ADR. STP is 26 pips for the day. How many pips did we already do today? We did 21. So we still have a little bit to play with. Yo, my throat is killing me. I'm gonna kind of sucks because I don't want to be quiet, but the louder I speak, just the worse it is. Again, the good thing is I don't feel sick, so I don't think it's that I'm getting sick. That's why I believe it's pretty much just I believe it's just like allergies that I'm having. But I've been taking some emergencies, some vitamin C packets. Been taking some Tylenol, and hopefully I don't get sick, man. That would not be good. That would not be good vibes. I would hate to be sick. It's been a minute that I haven't been sick too, so. Then we have a 4-hour green candle, so we're still pretty much bullish when it comes to that. Alright, at this point, let's go to the 4-hour. I think on the 4 and the 1 hour would have loved to have seen that engulfing candle to go short. Nothing in the 30 as well. We'll go to the 15-minute, nothing more. We have a green, green, red with that red has a small wick. Why I don't like it is just we got a very steep pullback, but it could have just been an aggressive 3-pip stop on that. We'll see. Right, I like that price is respecting these 30-minute highs, right, and then started going down. But we'll see. Let's mark that up in the 15-minute time frame. We have anything in the 5-minute? Let's see. We have higher high, higher low, higher high. We still don't have an internal change of character, break of structure yet. So let's for the sake of the engulfing candle, let's just mark it up real quick. So 15-minute engulfing. This might have been an entry we missed. We woke up a little bit too late. Right? If you're on your charts at 4 in the morning, from 4 to 5 o'clock, you could have taken this trade. So this is not an opportunity for me since I don't really start looking at my charts till 6 o'clock. So this is definitely a missed opportunity for an aggressive trade. But really good trade, right? Gave us a 30-minute high, gave us the engulfing candle, gave us a retest of the 15 and the 30-minute, the 15-minute engulfing and a 30-minute high. So we really could have had a a 3-pip stop loss, and then what 26 pips is STP, so 26 pips. Right, we really could have had a 3 pips or 4 pips stop loss with 22 pips TP. It's not bad at all. So AU is definitely one. If you're in this trade, congratulations. Alright, let's keep going. So EA, we know we're still in the zone of consolidation. Right, when we're looking at it this way, yeah, we can see lower low, right? But price here is just moving sideways. We're still haven't broken below these lows. Price is still testing. None of these candles are breaks. Nothing has broken above either. None of these candles are break of structures. So EA for me is one that I'm still skipping. 75 pips is ADR. STP is 50. And we already did 40 pips for the day. But again, I'm mainly looking at EA to go a little lower. Give us a pullback into this 30-minute low. It'll be easier. If not, I'm looking for price to start giving me internal higher highs and higher lows. So EA, we're gonna skip it. EU, price already did what they needed to do, right? Let's go to the higher time frame. Right, we know that again, this is a pair that we're in the middle of the zone of consolidation, so this is not the best place to look for a trade. But in order for us to continue to look for this trade, what do we need to see in the internal time frames? In the lower time frames, we wanted this lower low, lower high, lower low to switch to give us a higher high. Right, so this is where price is at right now. We're in that break of structure. So there's a few things that I see here with EU. So first and foremost, we had a change of character, right? We had a pullback. We had the break of structure, we have the pullback, right? And then it gave us push number 3. Right after push number 3, we're expecting a pullback, or we're expecting price to consolidate, which we ended up getting a consolidation zone, right? When we're looking at it really, we had a consolidation zone from here, and I'm gonna delete this too, so I don't want to confuse the people who trade this. Right? We're consolidating from here to here, right? And we're finally getting that break of the zone of consolidation up here. So we know that EU is still in an uptrend, right? That's number one, right? And this is what we had drawn out here that we explained yesterday. There's two phases in the market: when price trends and when price consolidates, right? Did we get the trend or did we get the consolidation? We got the consolidation. So at this point, if price gives us um, 2 days of rise, so if today price finishes on a day of rise, then we know tomorrow we could definitely start looking to take this trade. But what do I want to see before I take these trades? Would love to see price continue to break above these highs. We can see right now price is just respecting these highs. We don't have a break of structure yet. Yet price is still giving us higher high, higher low, higher high, and we now have this higher low here. Let's delete some of these drawings real quick, guys. Yeah, my fucking throat hurts, man. This sucks. 10 out of 10 do not recommend getting sick, man. Right, so we know that we're trading now higher high, higher low, higher high. This is the higher low down here. And the new higher high is not set yet, but we know we're trading between whatever high is set up here. So we'll wait this one out. EU is going to be a good one, not for today, right? 32 pips. Did we do this one already? No, not yet. So 47 pips is ADR. STP is 31. Right, the move for the day is already made, so I'm not going to be super anxious to take a trade. We'll keep it on because ADR hasn't been hit yet, right? And we'll see how this looks during CPI. See if we could take a small position. GA, 95 pips is ADR. STP is 63. Did 52. And again, this is a pair that's moving sideways. So this is going to be very similar to EU going into tomorrow. If price could break above these highs, right, give us 2 days of rise, break above these highs today, and then give us a pullback, the same way gold gave us the 2 days of rise and gave us a pullback at the end of the day. If GA and EU could do the exact same thing, that gold did today, that'll be perfect trades. Perfect trades. So GA for now, I'm gonna skip it. GJ's in peak high territory. I don't trade this, so I'm not even gonna mark it. I'm not gonna do anything until later tonight. US 30, right? Could price give us a bearish, a bullish flag pulse pattern just based on how price is moving right now? Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. It's gonna be crazy. Let's see what CPI gives us. Right? We finally had a break of structure. Right? We know we're trading now between this low and this high. Price went up to these highs, rejected them, then started going down. Right? So let's add every layer of confluence that we have here. Right? So we'll add the fib. The fib is going to be from these lows down here to these highs. Well, let's, what price point is this? 39,743. 743. Right? And let's put this fib. 23.6 with 38.2 retracement. So let's Let's take a view of that when CPI hits. The fact that USD CAD, right? Let's draw this out a little bit. Here with a 4-hour candle, bullish candle. TP for this one is 53 is ADR, STP is 35 instead of 36. And we already did 24 pips for the day. Okay. We know we're still trading between low, lower, high, lower, low, change of character, higher, high, and we're trading between this higher, high, and this low down here. Why did I add this? This looks like it could be a possible type 3 pattern to go back into a downtrend for USD CAD. And that confirmation is going to be in the lower time frames. So USD CAD, we're going to skip it for now. USD ZAR, we're also going to skip it for now. We're still consolidating into the zone. Bitcoin, we have 3 days of rise. On the third day, it was a rise no net. Am I expecting that fourth day variation? It could happen. The fact that price already gave us an exhaustion candle over here, right? The fact that price gave us an exhaustion candle here and then started the uptrend push again looks very interesting. Do we have an engulfing candle? Let's see. Nothing on the 1, nothing on the 4, nothing on the 30. Okay, so nothing here. Okay. Bitcoin, will keep an eye on it. Well, look at STP real quick. We already did 144. 249 is ADR. 166 is STP. So we still got 20 pips to work with. And then oil. Exactly what we talked about. I don't like these, again, what we spoke about in yesterday's live trading session and in the isolation session, right? Because we had Pascal ask us, oh, is this a good swing entry, right? I do like that it did follow the external higher high, higher low, and we're in the pullback, we're in the higher low. What I don't like is that internally, right, we're still making lower low, lower high, lower low. So for price to continue this uptrend push, right now, these buys from here to the top are perfect. Because price is going to make a lower high. But what we want to know for a swing trade, right, what he was talking about to go all the way back up to the top, we need to see price break these highs over here, right? And price gave us an exhaustion candle or rejection of these highs and then started going down. So going to be very careful with oil. Oil, I'm not going to trade it yet until we get the break of structure down here. Going to be very cautious with oil. So let's see what we could do here, guys. Let's see what we could catch. So I'm gonna wait for US 30 for a little bit closer, probably like 7:45ish, right, to see how CPI reacts. And then AU and EU, we just kind of gotta wait it out. If AU gives us another opportunity to enter this trade, then we'll take it. I don't believe we'll get another opportunity to enter this trade, to be honest with you guys. But we'll continue to look at this in a lower time frame, right? Even looking at it in the fact of like, oh, if the way we were able to catch USD CAD, right? This red candle was already broken by these, and then it gave us the pullback already. So I'm not expecting price to give me another pullback. Now, could price give me another engulfing candle? Absolutely. Right? Another thing that we're just gonna wait for is if we could get a change of character break of structure. That'll be another beautiful thing that we could see happening. Right? And right now we know we're trading between higher high, higher low, higher high. So for us to even get an internal change of character break of structure, we need to see the break of these highs. Or I'm sorry, the break of these lows. Damn, man. Fucking throat is killing me. So let's I'm gonna keep it like this on this screen, just to be able to see this, and then we'll open up whatever other chart over here. Any questions, guys? Any pairs you guys want me to go over in specific, let me know. If not, then we're pretty much gonna be doing the same thing we've been doing all week, man. Just wait it out, wait for the news to hit, right? Wait for our opportunity to take a trade, and that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know. Damn, man, this sucks. My throat hurts. That grape dial Rolex is fucking fire. Golly. What's good, Pascal? Welcome to the stream, my brother. Pascal, you see what we were talking about yesterday with gold? Played out to the T. I don't even think it was you last night. I don't think so. I think no, Pascal, you were with US Oil, right? The US Oil played to the T, right? I'm like, yo, the trade is beautiful, right? We have the two zones that we want to take a look at was these zones up here. If price breaks and gives us a retest, you could continue to trade it up until the internal lower high that was made before the lower low. So same thing here. If price, at this, I don't know what your entry is, but let's say you took this entry down here somewhere, right? Let's say you took a trade somewhere down here. At this point, if you haven't hit take profit yet, right? I would move my take profits to if break even is tough, right? Because you're in profit a lot of pips if you're here, but there's two zones now that you're looking at. If price breaks these highs, then we know we're going to continue the push to the top side. But since this is the lower high at this point compared to this one, price could always reverse. Yo, my throat. This shit fucking hurts, man. I'm not gonna be so talkative today. I woke up with a sore throat, a lot worse than yesterday, and it hurts, bro. But yeah, if price could respect these lows and continue to push to the top side, that's gonna be perfect. So it was definitely a great trade yesterday. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was definitely a really good trade that you had here. I had 80 over here, 15. So let's see where AU wants to go. let's check on the traders that we have that are doing the challenge real quick. So, trader number one, he's currently in a gold trade, going short. After price gave us that 372, his entry was up here. Let's see. So he is currently negative 105 bucks on the account. So he's almost failed. And trader number two, he hasn't taken a winning trade yet. That first trader that's negative 105. And trader number two, he has taken one winning trade, which is $1.47, and he's negative. Why isn't this telling me? There you go. He is negative 43 bucks on the account. So they're both people that were like, man, please give me the opportunity. I know how to trade. But I'm not seeing anything good with these guys. Taking really bad trades. So I did not catch this. I'll move on oil because no confidence. So I put my stop loss too close to the price. Gotcha. No problem. That's is normal. Right? That's normal not to not to have full confidence sometimes in your trades. But that's why we keep this very simple, right? We keep it very simple. We see, for example, again, I don't know where your entry was, but you see that price just gave you a lower low, right? So let's just draw this out, right? You're trading, boom, price gave you a lower low, lower high, boom, it gives you a lower low. If you have your, whatever your entry reasons were to enter in the lower low, right? To enter anywhere in this area, you know that you have until these highs to take profit, which is pretty much up here, right? Everything else that happens in between here, so this is how it would look in the daily time frame, or this is how it would look in the 4-hour time frame. In the 30-minute, right, this push down to the bottom is going to be market structure giving you lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? If you see, boom, you entered down here and you see price broke these highs and it continued, right? And then price broke these highs here and it continued, and price broke these highs and it continued. And then once price got up to these highs over here, if price starts rejecting, you could take these trades, or you could like exit out of your position, right? Same thing here. If we're looking at it live, is the same thing we were looking at. If price breaks these highs here, which is just lower low, lower high, lower low, we're gonna get a break and a retest to continue, right? That if price breaks these highs, right, we're gonna break retest to continue. But if price does what it's doing now, which is rejecting the highs, you already know, okay, boom, you could have gotten out of this trade here when price started going back down. So it's really just, not only gaining confidence, right, but it is the reasons as to why, right? There's always a reason as to why the market is going to move the way it's going to move. So, it just might be lack of knowledge, and that's okay, right? Again, trading, I say this all the time when we trade, but, trading isn't as simple as everybody wants to make it seem, right? There's always more to learn, right? And the more you learn in trading, the easier trading is going to be. And that's just with life in general, right? The more you learn in life, knowledge is power. I don't know when that stopped being a thing in trading. Again, everybody wants everything to be so simple in life, but that's just not the case. Knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the more opportunity you'll start seeing. And again, that's advice for life in general, right? In anything you do, the more knowledge you have, the more information you have, the more opportunities you will have in life, the more conversations you could have. You could be in any group of people, with anybody in the world. If you know what they're talking about, or if you even know a little bit of what they're talking about, you could spark up a conversation with anybody, right? With that being said, the stock market is the same exact thing, right? I'm a believer that every single strategy works. There's not one strategy that's better than the other. Every strategy works. But if you start to minimize your thought process and you start saying, oh no, this strategy doesn't work because this person on Twitter or this person on Instagram told me it doesn't work, right? Instead of you doing your own information, your own research and figuring out, okay, how can I use this strategy to maximize what I'm already doing, right? And it's very simple, right? If you were focusing on market structure, you had no reason to be, you literally had no reason to be anxious or, not have any confidence in trading in the position that you took. Because again, you were literally trading, right? At the moment that you entered the trade, right, you were trading the lower low going into the lower high. So you could have taken it again anywhere that you entered, whether it was here, whether it was here, even if it was here, right? You know that you had all of this space to take a trade, right? You had all of this space to hold for take profit. You had 179 pips to play with. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense, my brother. But again, that's normal. I don't know your trading journey. I don't know, I don't know how long you've been trading for. But confidence just like anything else, right? Um Confidence is made by more time that you're in something, right? The more time you have in something, if you have a year, you're not going to have confidence in a year. You might have confidence after 2 years, after 3 years. Again, remember, the most successful traders are people who've been trading for 8, 9, 10 years, right? You don't see successful traders who's been trading for 2 months. You don't see people who are successful in trading who've been trading for a year. It's very rare, right? I lose so much in my trade in general. Again, yeah, that could just be part of the lack of knowledge. Again, I don't want to disrespect, or I don't want to come out as disrespectful. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm just I'm just speaking in a general senses, right? Taking losses in trading are very avoidable. Very avoidable. Again, we're streaming every single day. You see it live how we avoid trades, right? You see live people asking me in the chart in the chat, "Oh, should we take this, we'll use yesterday as an example. We had two trades yesterday that people wanted to take. They wanted to take this AUD USD going short, and they wanted to take GBP USD going short, right? What did I say? I don't like them. It doesn't how market structure is speaking to us right now, how the candlesticks are reacting, it doesn't make sense to enter into any of these trades. And not only did we say that, but we gave an example and we gave explanations and reasons as to why these trades do not look good, right? So again, everybody on Twitter, I'll say this one more time, everybody on Twitter will or on Instagram or any trader anywhere, they're going to sell you the idea that losing is part of the game. And again, I agree. Do we take losses sometimes? Absolutely. But there is 90% of trades that you're losing, I can guarantee you they are very avoidable. And again, I'm open to do a one-on-one session with you, even if you don't want to do a one-on-one session, even if you want to just message me a screenshot of your trades, screenshot 3 of your losing trades. If you want to send it to me and just let me know like, "Hey, can you explain why this trade didn't work?" I'll explain it to you. Avoiding losing trades is it's doable. It's something that everybody could do. But again, there's information in the charts that you might not right now you're not seeing them. You're not seeing the whole picture, if that makes any sense. And again, that's completely fine. That's completely fine. Right? At the end of the day, if you have proper risk management, if you're losing a less amount than what you're winning, then you're good, right? If you're losing trades are $20, $30, but your winning trades are 160, 200, 300, $400, that's completely fine, right? You could lose five $20 trades, right? That's $100. But if your one take profit is 400, 500, $600, you're good to go. You took profit on $600, you had 100 losing trade, that's $500 in profit, right? So, the thing is too with trading is that if you think about it, if those losing trades, I'm just speaking in general now, right? Those losing trades that people have every single day, imagine if you didn't take trades that day. And if you notice it, that's what I do. The days that I know price is not giving me an opportunity to trade, instead of being anxious, instead of being like, oh, I'm going to take a trade because I'm bored, or oh, I'm going to take a trade because I feel like if I don't take a trade, I'm not working. Again, we're traders, right? Our job isn't to sit on the screen and press buy or sell. Our job is to sit here, wait for our opportunity to present itself, and when the opportunity presents itself to trade, that's when we trade and that's when we take profit. Yesterday we didn't have an opportunity to trade. Well, yesterday, last night we did, but in the morning session we didn't have any trades to take, right? Tuesday we had no opportunities to trade. Monday we had no opportunities to trade. And when everybody's taking losses, what are we doing? We're not doing nothing. We're preserving our capital. The profits that we had last week, we just made other profits today. It's really that simple. But again, it's the mentality of trading. The mentality of trading that everybody has, it has to, it goes hand in hand with who are the people telling you these things, right? And I'm not going to speak negatively about them, but again, a lot of the people trying to impose that, oh no, you need to trade every day, oh no, you have to trade every day, right? These losses are part of the game, are people that want to see you lose, if you notice it, are people that are owners of prop firms, right? It's people who, they win from your losses, to keep it simple. So I always look the low time frame. This is a big mistake. It is 100%, but it's not at the same time, right? Because to give you an example for AU, right now for AU, there's an entry that we could have taken in the 15-minute time frame. But again, I'm not awake at 4:03. Look, I'm not up. The entry that was given, we had the opportunity to enter from 4 a.m. to 5:15 a.m. I'm not awake at that time. All right, I'm on the East Coast. Right now it's 7 a.m. for me. I woke up at 5:30, right? Which is already, I'm already too late to enter this trade, and I don't start looking at my charts until 6 a.m., right? So number one, this entry right now, we missed it, right? Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking at the 5-minute time frame. Why? I'm just looking for structure at this point, right? We can see that price is still giving us higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. What did price just give us right now? Higher high, right? Let's draw it out. So pretty similar to oil, just inverted, right? Oil was making lower lows, lower highs. AU was making higher highs and higher lows. So after price gives us a higher high, what are we expecting? We're expecting a higher low, right? So what I'm looking for now here in the lower time frame, after the higher high is set, right? After this higher high was made, what am I looking for now in the 5-minute time frame? I'm looking for price to turn around, right? In the 5-minute time frame, we know that we're trading between higher high, higher low, right? Higher high. So we know that we're trading between this high and this low. In order for us to look for another trade, what do we want to see? Right? We want to see lower low, lower high, lower low, right? After price, this is what we're seeing right now. Higher high, higher low, right? Higher high. We're trading between this high and this low. What do we need to see in order for us to continue to go down in the lower time frame, right? We need to see price give us lower low, change of character, lower high, lower low, break of structure, and then this is where we could take a trade to continue that push back down to the bottom side, right? This noise that you see here, like price after giving you higher high, higher low, higher high, that it gave you higher low, lower high, lower low, higher high, lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high. What is that? That's nothing. That's just noise in the market to try to induce traders to make them believe, oh yeah, price here is going to give you lower low, lower high, and then what happens? You take this trade thinking that this is going to be lower high to continue to go lower low, and then it goes up and hits your stop loss, right? It makes you believe that this is going to hit your stop loss, right? And it'll make a higher high, higher low to continue to make higher high, and then what happens? It goes back down and gives you a lower low, and boom, hits your stop loss again, right? And doing the, I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, but those challenges that I'm doing, or on X, right? The challenges that I'm doing on X with the traders who are doing the challenge right now with the demo account, that this is why they lose trades, because they don't know that they don't know how to look at market structure. They believe that just going down into a lower time frame, whether it's the 5-minute or the 1-minute, they believe again what they see here is real, but this is not real structure. This is the inducement of what's really going on. We're trading between this higher high, higher low, and we're trading between this higher high up here and this low down here. Everything that's happening here is just fake outs. Again, making traders believe that this is where price is going to make lower low, lower high, lower low, but then it makes lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, and it hits everybody's stop loss, right? It makes them believe that this lower high, higher low, higher high is going to turn into a higher low, higher high, and then what does it do? It makes higher high, boom, lower low, right? Does that is that like pretty much how you lose your trades too, or no? Right? So being able to see that, being able to be like, okay, we're trading really between this high and this low. In order for us to look for trades going short, we need to break below these lows. You avoid taking those losses. That's it. That's really how simple it is. But it requires patience, right? But on top of patience and all that other shit that people are gonna tell you is psychology, which it is, right? If you don't know the knowledge, if you don't know the reasons as to why, that's the end. That's pretty much the case, right? That's case closed, right? At the end of the day, you need to, in order to be confident, right? This is the example I was giving yesterday too. When you were in school, or if you're still in school, right? The professor, the teacher is gonna tell you, oh, you have to write an essay and then you have to present it tomorrow, right? Let's say you're in class tomorrow and you bullshitted the essay, you cheated, you used chat GPT to write your essay, whatever the case is, right? Before your presentation, you know you cheated, you don't really know what you're gonna talk about, right? Before your presentation and during your presentation, are you gonna be nervous to do it? Yes or no? Right? In comparison, let's say you took the time to write your essay and you studied and you know exactly what you wrote on your essay. Are you going to be confident doing the presentation tomorrow or no? It's the same thing with trading. Lack of confidence in trading is just lack of knowledge. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Trading is very difficult. There's a lot of information to learn about trading. But once you learn that information, and once you could really see what's going on, that's it. You're not going to be nervous anymore. You're not going to have, you're not going to have lack of knowledge. You're not going to be anxious. You're not going to be nervous, right? I'm 45-year-old for France, just to introduce myself. Perfect. Right? That's the best time to learn trading is when you're older. A lot of people will tell you differently. A lot of people will tell you, oh no, your cognitive skills are lower. You're older, you learn information slower, but that's not true, right? You're more wise when you're older. You know information, you get to understand information a lot more. The only thing which a lot of people will tell you would be like, you probably have a sense of like, oh, I'm running out of time. But again, that's not true. You're 45. Unless something tragic happens, like something like tragedy happens, brother, you still got another 40 years to live. Realistically speaking, if you live a healthy life, you still got another 40 years to live. And if you don't even want to put another 40, cool, let's put that in half. You have another 20 years to live. But when you're 65, you're still, again, if you're healthy, You know what I mean? Like if you're still healthy at 65, like how many people? I mean, I'm in America, so I mean, just look at the fucking president that we have. Dude is still eight. Like, yeah, he's going to sleep. I don't want to say anything like that, but he he could still walk. He still does a little bit of himself. So that's probably not the best example I could have given you, but there's a lot of 65. There's a lot of people in their 60s. There's a lot of people in their 70s who are healthy. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that, I know that's probably something that yeah, Sleepy Joe. That was a horrible example. I'm sorry. Um, I could have used anybody else, but um, again, a lot of people are gonna make you feel different. A lot of people are gonna tell you, yo, you have to speed up. You're running out of time. That shit's not real, bro. There's our time here on Earth. Yeah, it's limited, but again, realistically speaking, we still have so much time left on Earth to be able to just take it easy. Number one, I'm not saying take it easy and just don't do nothing. No, I'm saying take it easy on yourself, but do what you have to do in order to be successful, right? There's a lot of people who think that, oh, take it easy. I'm just not going to do nothing today. I'm going to stay in bed because I deserve it. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying take it easy. Don't be too hard on yourself, but execute your day to day. Set goals up for yourself and do what you have to do. So, again, trading is it's a very difficult game. It's a very difficult game. I'm not gonna be one of those traders who are gonna tell you, oh no, trading you gotta keep it simple. There's nothing simple. There's nothing simple in life. You know this more than I do. What have you done in your 45 years on Earth that's simple? Nothing is simple. Any job you went to, you have to train for it before you can start working. Before you start any profession, you have to do what, 4 to 6, maybe 4 to 8 years of uni before you could be a profession. And then even then, still, after you graduate, you still have to go do training, right? And then you still do training, but it really isn't until year 3, 4, 5, when you're working that job, that you really start being like, holy shit, I could do this a lot faster than I used to do, right? Riding a bike. Yeah, you could ride a bike after learning it for a couple months, but it isn't until, if that's something that you do every single day, you start learning like, oh shit, I could pop a wheelie and I could hold the wheelie up. I could hold the front tire from the bike up the entire time. If you start doing tricks with the bike, oh, I couldn't do this after year 4, but I was able to do it after year 2. So you know what I mean? Like, trading is the only industry right now, because of how many scammers they are, that are gonna tell you, oh no, this is easy. You could learn it in 2 weeks. That's not true, bro. If that was true, everybody would be a millionaire. If that was true, everybody would have money. And it's just not, if that was true, then the stats wouldn't lie. There's 99% of traders fail. If trading was so easy, the numbers would flip. 99% of, if trading was so easy, 99% of traders would pass. And that's not the case. So, do you suggest a pair to focus this afternoon? So right now, honestly, the only ones that I'm still currently looking at are the ones that you see here with the red folder. Um, but again, understanding that we have CPI news in an hour, um, I don't really have anything left for the day, to be honest with you. When it comes to like, oh, keeping an eye on a certain pair, um, US 30 might be good after CPI. We might be seeing a little bullish flag post pattern. So if we see price respect 23.6, 38.2, this is possibly where price is going to do something like this. Um, but I'll only be looking at US 30 after the news. Bitcoin could possibly be a good one too, to just make a new high up here. But right now I don't have any, since we're at the high of the day for Bitcoin, I don't have any good entry opportunities here. I want to see how price reacts with the news as well. Um, and outside of that, EU is pretty much the same thing. We're in the high of the day. So I'm pretty much just keeping an eye on AU. If AU could give us, that, like I was saying, if it could break this low and it continues to push down, then I'll be looking for a short position on AU. But that's pretty much it for me today. When it comes to the pairs, there's not really a lot left. A lot of pairs moved early during Asia session and London session. Again, since I don't really trade those sessions, the only trade that I was able to take, which was after last night's market breakdown isolation session, was this gold trade. But 9 out of 10 times I don't trade London session. I don't trade Asia session. I just trade the ending of London going into NYC is what I trade. So pretty much it. I hope everything I was talking about makes sense, my brother. Of course, it makes sense. Thank you. I appreciate it. No problem, my brother. Do you know Stacy Burke on YouTube? I do not know. Is that another trader? Um, he explains the concepts, day counts, etc. I have to look him up. Yeah, I've never heard of him. But honestly, I'm not really big on like finding trading things on YouTube. But really the only people that I know from YouTube like that are official Lens. She's a really good trader, and time to eat trading, which he used to be a student of Raja Banks. Um, I wouldn't. I'm gonna be honest, right? And I'm not bringing him down. Obviously, he's a successful trader in what he does. I just don't agree with the way he trades. And again, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Again, everybody has their edge, everybody has their strategy, but the way I trade versus how he trades is completely different. So I just don't agree with it based on my rules. But maybe things, but I do like how he trades. He keeps his strategy is very simple, right? But I just don't agree with a lot of the trades that he takes. Tiny E makes a lot of mistakes. I agree. I agree. And again, once again, I said this literally in the conversation that we had earlier, right, a few minutes ago. Risk to reward, right? Win rates, they don't matter if you have a really good um risk risk management. But again, he's able to trade the way he trades because he has a $500,000 account. Right? He's able to take the trades that he takes, which are, again, we're gonna use gold as an example, right? I'm looking at the whole piece of the pie, right? He's not. He's looking at one candlestick, and one candlestick print is already making him 3,000. You know, anywhere between $500 to $3,000 is one candlestick print because he's trading a $500,000 account with a $5 to $10 lot size. Again, for the most part, rookie traders, right? Being a mentor, being a teacher, you can't, how are you going to teach a rookie trader who has a $500 account, who has a $100 account, how to take trades that are only profitable for people who have over $100,000 in their account, right? It's not viable. It doesn't make sense. Now, again, his edge to the market, how he trades is very similar to, Raja. It's very similar to the people in his in that kind of group, which is like Don Vo, Raja Banks, um, Wix 9. But again, at the end of the day, they're profitable. So if it works for them, it works for them. There's no shame, right? It is not me tarnishing them at all. Like that's not what I'm here to do. I respect all of them. I think they're all super cool. Again, I respect the fact that they do these live streams and they share the knowledge that they have. But I agree with what you're saying, right? I do agree that, especially, time to eat, he does make a lot of mistakes. But once again, that's part of his plan. That's part of his strategy. I love the message that he shares in his streams as well. It's super positive. Again, his vibes are amazing. But once again, like how you said, I don't agree with a lot of his trading style. I don't like it, but that's just me. That's me personally. But those are pretty much the only, like Donvo too. I know Donvo of like his trading from the people that we listed earlier. It's like official lens. I know for sure. If I were to, there's two people I would suggest. Official lens and Melon's trade. Those are the two people on YouTube that post content that I would suggest. Melon's trade, Melons trade, and official lens. Those are my top two on YouTube. Yeah, I'll type it in the chat. Hold on, I don't. My bad. Give me 1 second. I'm not even. I can't see the chat real quick. Give me 1 second. Dude, my throat is killing me. How do I use this platform? This is the first time that I'm using MatchTrader. AUD, USD. Let's see. So I go here. Oh, I see. Okay, seller buy. Um, cool. Got it. Um, you eat some lemon. Is the something to do with gold today? No, not anymore. At least the way again for the way I trade on our set of rules, gold is done for the day. Right? Gold could it continue to go? It can, because there's 194 pips to play with, and we only did 134 for the day. Um, but my um, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the only thing I was looking for today for gold was just to make a new high for today. Right after price makes a new high in a 372, which is just a 3 days of rise or 3 days of drop, price could do whatever it wants to do. Could it continue to go up? Absolutely. But could this be where price turns around? 100% too. So for me, for gold today, it's already done. There's really at this point, if price decides to break these highs, then we could possibly reach these 30-minute highs up here, right? To do something like this. Um, but as of right now, that the only way I trade a 372 is just is once we got a new high being made. Everything else after that is invalid for me. There's really nothing more. There's nothing left on the table for us. Thanks for all. I'll be back later. Hope you'll bounce out, my brother. We'll see you later. I'll be right back too, guys. Give me 1 minute. Good morning, good morning. What's good, Muhammad? What this year, my brother? Totally forgot about the session. All good. You seen the gold trade worked out fucking perfectly, man. It's a great way to start the day. And I woke up today with my throat being in shambles. No diddy. AU gave a beautiful entry, but happened early. From 3 to 4, from 4 to 5:15. We're an hour too late on the chart to catch the trade. But let's see if we can catch a continuation. I'm waiting for that higher high, higher low to turn into lower low, lower high. So let's see if let's see what CPI does, and then that'll pretty much tell us if we're gonna get another opportunity to trade today. Real USD is gonna be interesting. It's a lot of people going short on it, which again makes sense. We're still trading lower lows and lower highs, so um, we got 2 weeks of rise. This week being the third week, we got a new high being made. I probably see a pullback happening on EU to continue this push to the top side. I don't know. With CPI, we got 2 days of rise, right? Could we get a pullback with CPI and then get the third day? That could be a possibility too, right? It would have been a little bit of an easier catch. if we were to have an engulfing candle. The fact that we don't have a valid engulfing candle, it's makes this trade a little bit more difficult than it has to be. Um, right? Because we could sit here and be like, oh, but this is an engulfing candle. Yeah, but that first red candle didn't really print a body, you know? So this is also one of those cases where it's like it's not that strong of an engulfing candle, right? Then this engulfing candle here doesn't have a top wick. So it's not a strong zone. It's not a strong zone at all. But we'll mark it. You know what? We'll mark it. I don't believe, again, just the fact that we have 2 days of rise, I don't believe we'll get a pullback this deep, right? That's a 30 pip pullback on a pair that has 31 pips as STP. ADR is 47, could possibly, we'll see. This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna keep an eye on EU for sure with when this news drops. AU, I'm still looking, if we're looking for another retest or re-entry, right? I'm looking for price to break below these lows. So I'm not going to be keeping a close eye on AU. You said ECAD was perfect? Let's see. ECAD was good. Really good movements. 1, 2, 3. Retest. Straight into profit. Little engulfing candle retest. Not bad. ECAD was really good. Time is in use 8:15, right? 8:30, 8:30, 8:30. Okay. Thanks for recommending me. Of course, of course. You know how we vibe over here. Yo, this sore throat is killing me today. Like, it's the worst thing because nothing is making it better. I tried yesterday before bed. I had honey with salt. I tried lemon water with salt as well. Nothing, man. Told Lindsay you recommended her. I appreciate that. Yeah, she stopped by into the chat. She said thank you. Yeah, I've been watching her for like maybe 2 years now. Probably a little less, maybe a year and a half, probably 2 years. Um, it's really dope. Really dope. I always loved her. The information that she gives out is really, really good. And what I like about her too is her patience in the charts. Right? That was something that really resonated with me was the patience in the chart. Not every day is a trading day, right? Even if you have, there'll be times your trading setup will be on the charts, but she's really good at executing and understanding. Like, okay, even though we could see our setup right now, this is why it's not the best time to enter, right? And again, not a lot of people do that, right? A lot of people, if just to give you a broad example, right? A lot of people see double bottoms and double tops in the market, and as soon as they see it, that's when they enter. But again, it's very simple, right? This is a double bottom. Why didn't it work out, right? Not every double bottom is going to work out, but there's reasons as to why it doesn't work. And she's really good at being able to see that, right? So that discipline, understanding market structure, not a lot of people trade like that. There's not a lot of people who trade that way. So, you know, there's people who are like, "Oh, to give you an example of what I look for, right? I look for an engulfing candle, right? Sometimes, right, an engulfing candle, just to give you a broad example, right? It'll, let's say for a downtrend, or I'm sorry, for an uptrend, you have two red candles and then you have the green candle, right? But my rule is that every single candle in the engulfing pattern, the three candles need to have top and bottom wicks. There'll be people who trade this, and let's say this red candle here doesn't have a top wick, they'll be like, oh, but it's still an engulfing candle, and then they'll enter, right? But it's and then they'll lose, and then they'll blame it on probabilities. But it's like, no, like if you're looking for a wick, you need to be looking for that wick. If the wick isn't given, then you can't take this entry to continue to push to the top side, right? So there's a whole bunch of, again, when it comes to trading, I'm a very firm believer. Again, you could avoid losses. You could avoid losses 100% in the charts. If you follow your rules to the T and you don't make those little mistakes, like for example, why isn't this engulfing candle red, red, green, right? Based on the information that I just gave you, why isn't this a valid engulfing candle, right? Exact chase candle versus setup entry, 100%, right? So based on the information that I just gave, right, why isn't this red, red, green? Why isn't this green engulfing candle a valid pattern? I'll give you about a minute. I'll give you a minute to answer. If you don't know the answer, it's all good. I know, again, it's a brand new setup that I just kind of threw at you. But anybody in chat, if Muhammad is still in here, you could answer. I know you know the answer too. There's two reasons as to why this is not a valid setup. Between high and low structure, not only that, right? Because if we were trading, if we were still trading looking for longs, right? If we were to see higher high, higher low, higher high, remember that this right now is currently a higher low. But it's not a valid engulfing candle because number one, that red wick doesn't have a top wick. Remember, every single candle in the pattern, every single candle that makes up this engulfing candle, right, needs to have a top and a bottom wick. This red candle doesn't have a top wick, right? But on top of that too, the second red candle needs to close below the first. So it has to look like this, right? You have the red, you have the red, and then you have the green. Every candle needs to have a top and a bottom wick. The second red candle needs to close below the first. That green candle needs to close above the first. And then the retest for the entry is going to be whenever price does something like this, right? Whenever it does something like this. But there's going to be people that you see, oh, I'm going to take this trade because it's an engulfing candle, and they just enter, right? I love how Lynch trade because she's very disciplined in looking at if this candle doesn't have a top wick, if it doesn't have a bottom wick, if it's not following the trend, I'm not going to take it. We'll sit out. Right? And she's really, really good at doing that. So, and EU just continued to push to the top side. Come on, your CPI is going to give me a pullback, please. EU is going to be interesting. Very interesting. What was the other pair? We have US 30 still going back down a little bit. Gold, we didn't say there was anything left. We already caught that during Asia session, which is good. And we can see that pullback happening now. And Bitcoin still there. Okay. Any questions you guys have, let me know. Any pairs you guys want me to go over before the CPI hits, also just let me know, guys. If not, again, we're pretty much just gonna be waiting here to see, just kind of wait for a setup to develop. Once again, I don't really trade 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after the news. So if we do get an opportunity to trade again, we'll take the opportunity. If not, then we'll just have to continue to wait for the setup to develop, guys. Again, any questions you guys have, let me know. Any pairs in specific you guys want me to go over, let me know. If not, we have 15 minutes before news right now, so we'll wait for the news to hit. Oh, my throat. The throat go. Shit hurts. I want to cry. Alright, I'm back, guys. My bad. Just trying to see if I have anything in the house that I could take for this damn sore throat, but it looks like I'm dry. Don't have anything. Just got water and more water. But we got 3 minutes for news to drop, guys. So we're gonna be waiting for that. We'll see where we're at after that. Alright, we got 45 seconds, guys. Let's see how this reacts. It is also 8:30. There's a high possibility that CPI might not do anything, but we'll see. 20 seconds. Any questions before news drops? Let me know. How many people in the 5 minute time frame? How many people do you think are taking this double top or this? I'm sorry, this double bottom. How many people you think just executed the trade? Damn. God damn. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, you. So again, price still making higher highs and higher lows. So that's perfect. Right? In the higher time frame, still making higher highs and higher lows. In the daily time frame, we know that we want to see price reach these zones up here. So let's go one by one for each of these pairs real quick that we look at in the 30-minute time frame just to see how price reacted. So EA, nothing here. ECAD, nothing. Well, ECAD, pretty good movement here. EU, let's take a look at EU. Just continued that push to the top side. Perfect. Right, so EU is going to be a good one to keep an eye on for tomorrow. GA made a crazy, crazy, crazy wick to the bottom. Crazy movements. GCAD went to the top side, perfect. GJ crazy wick to the bottom, then went right back up. GU continued to push to the top side, that's perfect. Right, US 30 didn't give me a steep pullback. Right? Didn't give me a steep enough pullback to feel comfortable. But let's look at US 30 real quick in the higher time frame. So in the 1 hour, we have a red, red, green, but the red candle did not close below the first, so it's not a valid engulfing. Nothing in the 30, nothing in the 15. Okay. So we'll continue to look at this going into tomorrow. USD CAD. USD CAD went back down, right? Exactly what we talked about. Exactly what we said, yo. This is going to be a beautiful type 3 pattern to continue that push to the bottom. Fucking beautiful fucking trade. But going counter once again. I don't trade going counter. But I know a lot of people who just took L's on EU. I know a lot of people, bro. So clear on CPI for Euro, USD, and GU. Yep. It was more, in my opinion, right, the way I was looking at EU, right? I was kind of waiting because of how steep this pullback would have been. I wasn't really expecting price to give us that, big push to the bottom and then go up the same way like we saw GA or GCAD move, that it went down first and then went back up. But would have loved to have seen that happen on EU so we could, potentially catch another trade going into tomorrow. But EU and GU, yeah, they move perfect. They move beautiful. Yeah, exactly. Took a dub on EC. Congratulations. Beautiful trades on EC. Beautiful trade. Just looking at the monthly and weekly, the direction was clear. Yeah. No, 100%. 100%. In the higher time frames, 100%. I agree with that. Right? In the higher time frames, we knew exactly where price was gonna go. But yeah, same thing. I don't trade the CPI either, so kind of I wouldn't say it's a missed opportunity, because there's always, I never say it's a missed opportunity in the charts. There's always moves that happen every single day. So if anything, this is just more confluence for us going into tomorrow, and for the rest of the month, right? Just to catch the continuations whenever we can. So I do like that we finally started pushing to the top side on GU and on EU. Gold also was beautiful, right? Did a little continuation to continue, so that was good. Bitcoin also gave us that continuation. Hate that I couldn't trade into Bitcoin. Shit moves too early. And then oil in the same spot. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. Only thing we were able to catch today was for last night. That trade that we took last night on gold for NYC, for the end of London, start of NY. There's really nothing left for us on the table. So, you guys have any questions? Let me know. Any other pairs you guys want me to go over in specific? Let me know. If not, we're done for this morning. We'll be back again tonight for the market breakdown isolation session. Non-news is just a clear direction. Yeah, exactly. Right, that's literally what it is. That's why I'm cool with whatever it does. Right, it's like if we don't get that pullback, like I was saying on EU, I said a little bit earlier on the stream. I'm like, if we don't get the pullback into the zone before the news hits, is all good. Right, at the end of the day, what I wanted to see on EU too was for it to clear the internal. Right, we were making still lower lows and lower highs, but now that we broke above the lower high, perfect. We already know for the rest of the month, pretty much, we know exactly where price wants to go. Right, we'll continue this uptrend push back to the top side. So it's really good moves. That's why I enjoy looking at news, just because it gives us a little bit more of it gives us a little bit hindsight of, or insight of, where price is gonna go for the rest of the month. So I do enjoy looking at CPI news because of that. Have a good day, bro. Keep it up. I appreciate that, my brother. All good. Thank you. No problem, Mohammed. Alright, we'll be back tonight for the isolation session, guys. 7 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be from 7 to 8, and then we'll be back again tomorrow morning for the last trading session of the week. Tomorrow's already Friday, so let's see if we could finish the week with another trade. Appreciate everybody who stopped by. We'll see you guys later tonight.